Hey yo everybody, welcome back to another guide brought by your favorite tag team, Roxanne and me, Lyssa. This time we will be looking at Lyssa's very own cowgirl, Salma. Okay boys and girls, this is the full guide of Salma. First, place her down. Second, hit auto. And that's it for today's video, thanks for watching. Just kidding. Okay, let's have an overall view of her. She's a 3-man range unit with a very high attack and respectable HP. I'm sure everyone knows all about Salma. I'm sure phones, iPads, PCs have been thrown, windows have been smashed, and blood vessels have been burst upon seeing this cowgirl entering the battlefield and single-handedly cost you. Salma's playstyle is very aggressive. She has insane attack damage, boosts the attack of herself and allies whilst providing one of the best, if not the best, utility passive abilities in Lyssa. Salma's first ability triggers when an ally free mana spawns, granting a bonus attack to allies, including themselves, for 1 turn. Some things to notice here are that she gives this bonus to herself also, so on her first turn she will spawn in with roughly 50% more attack than her base stats show, making her the hardest hitting range unit in Lyssa. She also gives this to all allies, meaning if other allies, both freeman or non-freeman, are already present, then her spawn or any other freeman spawn will trigger this for all of your units, aside from the immune units of course. Finally, this can trigger multiple times if used with Hana or Mitsuki. We will talk about that later. Second ability of Salma is another attack boost, but this only applies to Salma and no other units, and only when you hit the enemy commander. Unlike the first ability, this is a permanent boost to Salma's attack, which means she is generally best placed to attack the enemy commander to take advantage of this. Her third ability is an utility one, works on enemy spawn and set their attack to 1 for 1 turn. This is the best and strongest part ability of basically any mercenary in Lyssa. This ability buys you a lot of time, and if you can play Salma to kill an enemy mercenary, this will immediately swing the tide on your favor. The only mercenaries who are safe from this are the 3 immune mercenaries who all have relatively low attack power. Now, combos. Any freeman is going to combo well with Salma, as their spawn will just keep that ability one refreshing for overall squad damage, but in particular, Mitsuki will trigger Salma's ability 1 between 3 and 4 times. At top levels, that's an extra 930 1040 damage to all of your units, including the Mitsuki copies who spawn. This one is one of the most impressive and game-changing combos in Lyssa. Next we have Hana. While she isn't a unit we see very often in competitive play, she actually pairs with Salma very well. She doubles down on the attack boost with her own version and spawns a freeman ally on the start of your turn, meaning Salma's ability 1 gets a free trigger. Then we have Blanche. Even though any mercenary spawning with more attack is a good thing, Blanche especially benefits from this as it increases her chances of landing the final blow to a very strong tank, for example. Faye and Sora again. These can both give multi-attack, meaning Salma's ability 2 can trigger multiple times and give her more of a permanent attack boost. Although given Salma's insane attack power, this will likely just win you the game. Also, there is another synergy with Sora. If you place her on the right of Salma on the field, the next enemy will spawn with 0 attack, since Salma's skill will trigger first and then Sora's attack skill. Note that it won't work either if Sora is placed in the same line as Salma. The last combo will be with any multi-unit invoker or commander like Kira, Dominica, and Beck. As for commanders, we have Gia, Eran, Ceres, or Alexa. Whilst in high leagues having many minions is quite dangerous because of Trixie and Lucretia, in mid leagues not so much, so having first turn an invoker unit and then Salma on second turn will give you an insane advantage. For higher leagues, it's better to combo it with the commander's summon ability cause it's a faster combo and use it mostly to finish the battle in that turn. The best unit and commander for higher leagues to use this combo would be with Beck and Alexa, since they are quite more survivable. Counters? None. Just kidding. There are some very specific counters to Salma which also depend on the state of the battlefield at that time. Lola, Lucretia, and Gia. Lola is the centerpiece here. Hitting Gia first ability and then dropping Lola is the most efficient way to drop Salma first turn, but this can also work if Lucretia is already placed. Basically, this reduces Salma HP to 5 and then the poison finish her off. Alexa's second commander ability will reduce all enemy ranged units HP to 1, meaning even if Salma is still present and reducing your unit's attack to 1, it will be enough to kill her. Bloom is actually a great counter to Salma if the positioning is right. Bloom damages an adjacent target with enough power at equal levels to kill off Salma. So if you can target a blocker or melee unit she's stood behind or next to them, it will work. It's worth noting that hitting a commander counts the back row as an adjacent target apart from the far back right spot. We're unsure why that one is safe, but if Salma is on any of the other back 3 spots, then Bloom can get her by hitting the commander. For the next combo, we will need Shock and Awe bonus alliance to be at level 3, because this will give ranged peacekeepers a pierce plus 5 damage. This paired with Lola actually works on any ranged unit. If you place Lola to hit a piece of neutral cover or any unit in front of Salma, then despite her attack being set to 1, she will set the Salma HP to 5 and kill her with the Pierce plus 5. The downside here is that while it's extremely effective, this isn't really available outside of a top alliance, as it is an expensive alliance upgrade that requires activating it often. Then we have Trixie that can kill a first turn Salma if there are enough neutral blockers in play, or even mid-game if there are enough low HP units on the field. Her attack is set to 1 to begin with, but her spawn damage and attack boost upon killing enough units with the spawn damage will often be enough to kill Salma. Yumiko is kinda a counter. Placing her in front of Salma will give her that takes damage when receiving an attack boost, which you can consider a type of poison since this will trigger on Salma most turns. Salma will still generally have enough attack to kill Yumiko pretty fast, but she's a good unit to buy you some time, and will for sure stops the Salma plus Mitsuki combo. Then we have Lorraine. Again, not really a solid counter, but as tuned to range units can buy you some time to deal with Salma. Blanche, only really a counter when Salma's attack is more than twice her health. Unless of course Blanche has an attack boosted from somewhere. Roxy, Florence, and Orin. Since Roxy can hit anyone, and since Salma doesn't have elusive, this will all be able to suppress Salma. As for the final thoughts, we are sure this isn't a great surprise to most, but Salma is an absolute powerhouse. She's one of the best first turn plays that anyone can make. Setting enemy attack to 1 is arguably the best passive ability in game, and as above can only be countered by fairly specific means. Most of the Salmos you likely see in rank are just thrown into a squad without any thought of a combo. Whilst this is absolutely can work, put her with Mitsuki and see the real magic happen. So far for commanders we have Ceres, Gia and Melissa who can summon syndicate allies as part of their ability, and Eden plus Alexa who can summon peacekeepers. We do not yet have a 3-man teamed commander who can summon allies, but when we do, Salma will be even more insane with that first ability. With all that said, get your cowboy hat on and get her into your squad and let's have some matches! And that's it for now, boys and girls. Thank you for watching. See you next time.